Now, the Royal Society of Arts do not sound like the sort of organisation I would talk about today, but it's headed up by called Andy Haldane. If you know Andy, he was an executive director at the Bank of England. I know Andy, and I thought he had great paths within the old lady at Threadneedle Street. He's ducked out and pitched up at the RSA. And as part of that, we're now seeing some interesting work by the RSA. And these slides will be referenced in the output from today's session. Wherever you see a hyperlink, we'll provide the link in the notes after this conference for you to get into the data there. But the RSA did some work which talked about, actually, if you think about people using cash from the minimal amount to a maximum amount, 96% of UK population are still touching cash at some point with different frequency. So even if we think our clients and our end users are digitally enabled, are digital advocates, they're still touching analog money. And it's about, if you're into that digital space, how do we encourage people through? But then there are whole sectors of the UK population, by geography, by socioeconomic class, by whatever, are stuck in that cash loop, that analog cash loop. And we need to think about how our solutions really empower these people to move forward in a digital environment. So I've talked about the 3 points on the screen of the 3 recommendations that the Royal Society of Arts came up with in a recent review they did. I've talked about how you keep cash infrastructure viable. That's going through legislation. I've talked about how you avoid that cash desert in terms of those that need cash. But also, it's all very well having a tenner in your pocket. If you can't spend it when you go to a shop, if acceptance is an issue, then actually that whole loop of analog money is an issue. So there are some fantastic opportunities going out at the moment in terms of the use of using cash with QR codes and converting that physical cash to an electronic payment. And I've mentioned about supporting people with digital transition.